Well, this one fell on my lap yesterday. Let's take a look at the ESP Custom George Lynch in Relic Cream. Hey guys, hey gals, 40 Grit here, 40 Grit Guitars. Hey, was just getting ready for a couple days off and was looking through Craigslist, looking for. Actually, my keyword was Floyd Rose. I typed in because I like picking up Floyd Rose to see if people are selling old school Floyds, just rehab them and get them going again. Typed in keyword Floyd Rose on the search engine on Craigslist, and this came up. Guy in Scottsdale, Ryan. Shout out to Ryan. Thanks, man. Appreciate it if you're watching. Had this, and he said it just wasn't his thing, and it's surely my thing. So let's take it out to the bench today. This is the first run. This is the first Music Zoo run that they did. This was the first run. So looking at the second runs last night, I think they're running for around $75.99. I'm not sure what this one retailed for, but it's surely cool. Let's take it out to the bench and let's go take a look at the George Lynch, basically Sunburst Tiger in cream. All right, let's get this mighty ESP Custom on the bench and let's get this one rolling. Relicking is just awesome on this guitar. That logo is to die for. I've been wanting one of these for a minute, but just couldn't wrap my head around forking the money up. Definitely has the wider fretboard to accommodate the R5. That's a R3 on there. I'm assuming, but I might pull it off and check and see. Could be an R4. I'll pull it off. Rosewood fretboard, extra jumbo frets. I will condition this fretboard once I get these strings off. Great relicking on the body, very subtle, not as strong as the ones now, but for sure, cool guitar. I don't like the bridge is kind of sitting in the cavity a little bit. My intention is to put a detuner on it, so I'm probably going to shim this neck pocket, or seeing as basswood, I might just sand some angle in it, but more than likely I'll just put a shim in there because just to save time today. Everything looks really good so far, and neck is very straight, and that's the other reason for the Floyd. I know that this action is going to come down because the neck is slammed right now. It may even have a little bit of back bow. So with that back bow, I'm going to probably shim this neck pocket just a little bit, and it doesn't look like there's anything in there right now because you would see angle there, and there's not. So I'll probably throw a small shim in there just to get that bridge to come up a little bit. And then that'll accommodate for my detuner. So let's flip her over. All right, so let me check this nut out. I was looking at, like I said, I was looking at it last night. Perfect. ESP Custom, nothing to do there. I'm not going to pull this nut off. I'm thinking it's probably an R3. I'm thinking I just don't want to. Maybe I will pull it off. It's a top loaded. So let's pull it off. Let's see what's under there. I see shims already. I think I see shims. Yes, there's shims under there. So let's pull this nut off and see what's doing under it. Okay, so I got the strings off here real quick. Let's spin off this nut and take a look and see what's under here for just what it's an R3 or R4. I'm thinking it's probably an R3. So let's check here. R3. Let's spin this back on here real quick. Or actually, I'll just spin it back on. I'm not changing. I'm not messing with the shims that are under there. I'm just going to leave them. But at least now I know what's under there. It is an R3. So that's that. I did check the, I took the bridge off, and I'm going to swap this block out. So I've already done a video on swapping the block out, and I want to move quick on this. So I'm going to use the 42 millimeter. I definitely have room for a 42 on this because, like I said, the bridge is going to be coming up because of the straightness of the neck. I'm going to pull the neck off right now, and then we'll get that neck straightened out. I'm going to use the All the Way, the Warren DeMartini Max Real Estate brass block, and then let me get this neck pulled off, and then I brought my Formbies out. I'm going to get this neck hydrated, and then we'll keep moving forward. All right, that's a nice made in Germany Floyd there, and then pull these saddles off, nice shims under, just flattening out that radius a little bit on the Floyd. So Cool to see the ESPs using those shims. I am a believer in the shims. Big money to buy the radius saddles. You're just better off using the shims, in my opinion. But if you're into radius saddles and you want to do that, go ahead. So the big block is on. I will surely be able to use a 42. The neck pocket, no shims at all. The neck is off. It's got a build. I think that's a build. That's a build number. It's not the serial number. I'm going to take some tension off this neck because it was surely had a little bit of back bow, and I'm going to get this neck hydrating. Next will be finishing up this bridge, get this bridge put back together, and then the shim came out. I have a huge place for my shims over there, so we'll just throw it in there. Probably have 25, 30 of them in there now. But if you're, like I said, if you're using this big block, you don't need that shim in there because the width of the big block is supporting your tension spring, spring now. So you don't need that in there. It's just adding something that you don't need. So let's get these saddles put back on. I'm going to get this neck hydrating, and then we're going to throw it back together, put a block in there, and then we'll get some weight on it. She was 7 pounds, 10 or 12 ounces before the block. I think they're about 3 or 4 ounces, so that should put it right where I want it to be. And I'm not going to be able to change the push-pull, not that I want to because it feels good. And we'll get some measurements on the pickups. Oh, yeah, hey, let's pull this pickup out and see what this pickup is. Okay, so just as I suspected, it's a Hunter. So that's good. Ceramic. Lynch's. It's called the. What's it called now? His old band, whatever it is. Exciter. It's called the Exciter now because Lynch didn't like them calling it the Hunter. So let's get that screwed back on. But it is surely a Hunter pickup. So if you go to buy one of these on the Music Zoo, the ones that are listed now are even listed as a TB12. They're not a TB12. They're a Hunter pickup. Okay, neck is hydrating, second coat. I have the bridge put back together. Got a nice big block on there, 42, which this is going to accommodate. Oh no, this blocks are falling out. Maybe I'll put some titaniums in there. Okay, so let's take a look at these pickups here real quick. Let's see, the bridge is at 17.3, which makes sense. And then your neck is at 6.3, 17.29 or 7.3 and 6.3. So it makes sense to me. Let's get this bridge put back on. We'll get a block shaved down on the sander, and then we'll get this one put back together. Then we'll go in and try it out. Cool guitar, man. Okay, she is fully assembled. The neck is hydrated. We measured the pickups. I got the bridge back on, put a detuner on it with the, and now you can see I put a shim in there. You can see how much higher. Well, you're not going to see that yet, but here, let's do this. Let's get this bridge up, and you'll see that it's sitting where it's sitting now, which is way better than what it was sitting. So now I got room for my detuner back there. Just put a little sandpaper shim in there. No big deal. Not going to hurt anything. And this thing's sitting perfect. I'm going to get the, I've got to re-intonate because I pulled the saddles off. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set the, remember how I told you guys always start at the neck. So I started at the neck. Everything was good. Check the nut. The nut was good. Left the shims in there. This neck fought me adjusting it. And it's such a pain in the ass because you can't adjust it with it being on the guitar. You just got to guesstimate. And it took me 3 times to pull. There was no tension on the guitar, on the neck whatsoever. When I pulled it off, I just put a little bit of back bow on it to see where that put me, and then I screwed the neck back on, and I still had to pull it off again because I had put too much on. So the neck fought me a little bit, but everything seems to be perfect now. I'm going to go ahead and set the action, then I'll set the pickup height, and then we'll go to the bridge, we'll block it, and that should be it. And then we can go in and play with it. All right, I'm on the home stretch here. Got my block in. My block looks perfect. I'll touch that up once I get everything done. But got the block in there. The 42 sits perfect. As you can see, I got plenty of room there. Did go with the, I mean, I'm on a run right now with these regular original Floyd Rose springs. Seems like that's going to be where it's going to dial in. I'm going to intonate this real quick. I did have some questions about setting up the Floyd, so I'll go through that here real quick. How I set them up. So nothing spectacular has been done to this yet. I've got the bridge sitting really good. It's blocked now. You can see I got a lot of bridge plates sitting above, almost pretty close to being a flush mount. And then I got plenty of travel for my detuner because that was what I was concerned about. The pickups are adjusted perfectly now. Like I said, the neck fought me a little bit, but she's ready to get re-intonated, and we'll get her inside. We'll get her weighed and get her inside. It's super. What is the temperature in this garage right now? It is 96 degrees in the garage right now. So, yeah, let's get this intonated, and then we'll get her inside. You know, when I was at SIR, I used to go in the mornings and go to my builder's desk and intonate all of the Godos. And I just went through this, and I put the saddles back on, and just by eye set the intonation, and this thing is just spot on. I had to adjust the A string, and I had to adjust, I think it was the G. All the other ones were just like perfectly spot on. So, when you do this for a while, it's easy to set this stuff up. So, anyways, she's tuned to pitch. I have it tuned to pitch. I have it intonated. We checked the pickups on it, and now we'll just get weight. Let's get some weight on it. Hey, Stupetti, this one's for you, bro. So, bridge is blocked, like I said, everything's good. So those shims, what they do is they provide consistency across the board. So when you go to measure, I measure in 3/64 all the way across now, consistent. So that's what that's what those shims do. It kind of levels the saddles out instead of going and spending money on saddles that are the radius correct saddles. Just throw the shims under there, man. I mean, you don't even see them. You're gonna save yourself a bunch of money. So, anyways, when I go to do the block, I put more tension on the spring, so I'm sliding the block in and out of the back. I've got tension there, so I know that it's going to sit hard against the body. Once I get it done, my block's in, my glue's dry. Then I start feeling my bends, and I watch for my bridge that because I know how I like my whammy. So this part of the setup is a setup, and it's per individual. So I usually take a bend around the middle of the neck to see, once the bridge starts raising, and there's a certain sound I look for. And then also I look where my claw's riding. So sometimes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down. Easy to keep this claw even, but I'm going to bring this down. And now I'm going to take a bend. And that's the sound I'm looking for. That's how I like my bridges. Now, there might be a little, and now I might go back and put like a quarter turn on. But I like where that's sitting right now. Everything looks good. The block looks great. Just great job. Great job on that guy. So yeah, everything's good. I'm flat on the G. But I'll get this tuned back up to pitch when I get inside because now, being in 96 degrees, this thing's going to go all over the place once I take it back inside in the air conditioning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break for a little while and let this guitar acclimate. I'll go back in and check everything again one more time, and everything's looking pretty good. So let's go in and check this. And check the detuner either. Shoot, I should have checked that. I'll check that, and then we'll go in and get this thing going. Okay, so let's get some weight on the ESP Custom, the George Lynch Custom here. It's a cool guitar, man. So it was a 7.12 with the block. I'm at 8 pounds. So that's exactly where I was thinking I was going to land, and it's exactly where I want it. So time for the fun part. Okay, so one of the things I'm really digging so far is the wide neck. The wide neck on this thing, it makes it. I saw on the new ones they're selling, they're putting R5 nuts on them. R3 is the way to go on these because you got more real estate on the sides and you can get a lot more, it just feels better. Shoulders feel great on this. It does feel flat on the back, but there are shoulders there and it's very similar. The neck is very similar to my Kramer 1983 Grail reissue. So that was one of the first things I checked when I got home last night, and very similar. So very pleased. Adjusted the pickups. The pickup balance between the two wasn't that great when I plugged it in yesterday. So it took we just put it on the bench and everything's dialed in. It sounds really good. It might need a treble bleed. It drops off real quick, so I might end up putting a treble bleed on this, maybe. I don't know. It depends on how much I'm playing it clean. I don't know if I'm going to be playing it clean that much, but... it just falls off real quick. So anyways, this is clean channel, playing through the iconic 2212 EVH 5150s. I think those are what the vintage 30s or whatever's in this thing. Single pickup sounds really good, really good. It's got that good twang. Same pickups that's in the Kamikaze and same that's in the Sunburst Tiger, I'm sure, but this one sounds pretty good. So. Let's switch it over to dirty, see what's doing. Okay, so like I said, this is the Hunter pickup, not the TB12 like it's advertised. They even have it advertised now as a TB12. These are not screaming demons in these guitars. You don't want a screaming demon. They're not screaming anything. If you are a fan of the screaming demon, some people are fans of that pickup. I personally am not. If you're looking for one, let me know. I probably have 10 in my pickup box. So if you're looking for one, let me know. Let's check out the, I'm on the dirty channel on the iconic, and let's see what's doing with this thing. Freaking great, man. This neck has you can sit and play this thing all day. I warmed up a little bit before I started playing, and I could just play this thing all day. So anyways, hopefully you got something out of it, and let's get you guys out of here. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Maybe I'll jump on tonight for a little while. I should be scheduling out my lives, but I just don't. I don't think about it, I guess. So, anyways, maybe I'll jump on tonight, get your guys' feedback on this video, and maybe I'll see you guys this evening. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to my subscribers. Thanks to all the emails. You guys have any questions, you can email me at 40greatguitars@gmail.com. But I think she's surely a keeper, and she's playing great. So shout out to Ryan again, dude. Thanks for the deal. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.